Hello, welcome back to John's Workshop, and for my regular viewers, I've been missing for quite some time, so firstly thank you for sticking around if you're still here. I've been taking a break from YouTube in total and making films, making videos and just doing anything in the workshop. There's been a few other things that have taken priority, but we're still here, we're still this side of the grass, which is a good thing. In terms of channel update going forward, I'm not sure how frequently I'm going to be posting videos, but I still intend to post videos now and again when something comes up. One of the big things that's upcoming is this workshop is going to start getting tidied up and packed away, a lot of it, and I'm going to be doing some videos on getting my machinery that isn't already on wheels ready for a move, and at some point we're going to be vacating this property and moving to a new property and a new workshop. Now I don't know where that's going to be yet. I don't know what the workshop will be like. There may not even be a workshop, so we need to figure out all of that and understand where the machines will go in the meantime, but that will come in the full course of time. So today is really about a bit of a channel update in terms of, you know, I'm still here, we're still going to be doing some stuff and also the fact that things are going to be changing going forward, which is a good thing. You know, I'm hoping to get a much bigger workshop when we move and set it out properly, and probably be getting some bigger machinery and things like that to go in it. So that's all for the future. So for today, what we're going to do as well is I've got a bit of a job to do here. I've got a mobile phone type stand, a camera stand. So I just want to make a base for that so that I can sit this thing anywhere in the workshop or anywhere else we want to sit it, just with a heavy weight at the bottom that will take the weight of the mobile phone, so we can just stand it up and I can set this up over various different areas in the workshop or anything else. So that's what we're going to be doing. And then also I've got a very overdue couple of stickers, so before we start on this I'm just going to run through those stickers. And apologies to the channels that have sent me those. They've been sitting out here for probably the best part of 2 years, so we'll crack on with that now, and then we'll get into a very simple bit of manufacturing for the camera stand. Okay, so just the one sticker to put up on the board. So this is Nobby's workshop. If you watch me, you probably already watched Nobby. If you don't, go and check his channel out. So Nobby, apologies, it's taken me nearly 2 years to get round to doing this. So Nobby's, if you check Nobby out, very similar to me. He's got a small workshop in his garden, and he's into building his engines, you know, small steam engines, things like that. So Nobby sent me a child-proof sticker. I will just cut the video and come back to you when I've managed to get into that. Okay, that only took 5 minutes. We're in now. So there you go, Nobby, you're up on the door. Go and check Nobby's channel out. Okay, so here's the camera stand. This is just a cheap, I don't know where, it's something Mrs. John's workshop bought a while ago. The base that it had like a clamp base or something to clamp it to the side of like a wooden desk or a desk or something like that. So we're changing the way this works. So basically I want something that's a big heavy weight. We drill a hole in one end, we drop this into it, and then because we've got a decent amount of weight, so this is some probably 10mm thick steel plate, we drill a hole right at one end, and then just purely the weight of this will stop this thing falling over with the weight of the mobile phone attached to it at the business end. Now I could just drill a hole straight in there. I want to do it at one end because that doesn't waste this material. You know, I can repurpose this, I can chop the small end piece off, and I've still got this big bit of plate I can use for something else in the future should we want to do that. So we'll stick the hole or the holding mechanism at one end. I could just drill a hole in that, it would probably work like that. That's not going to make for a very interesting video, is it? So we could do it the easy way, but where's the fun in that? So I've decided to make it a bit more complicated, so we're just going to get some more bits of steel cut and I'll take you on that journey. Okay, we just chopped this bit of steel off. It's got a rebate in it already, which is about the thickness of this bit of plate. So I think what we're going to do is attach it to one corner, a couple of screws through here, counterboard into the plate, and then a big hole in there somewhere for the camera stand to go into. Looks a bit grubby though, doesn't it? How should we clean it up? Well, I think we can all agree that was completely unnecessary, but it was good fun and I enjoyed it. So what I've done is I've just whipped around that with an angle grinder, took all the sharp edges off it. For what this is, that's plenty good enough. Marked a couple of points where we're going to pop a couple of holes in. That will keep the holes close to the edge of this plate, so if we ever decide to scrap this and use this plate for something else, I'm only going to lose a few millimetres off the end of the plate, which means I can use it again. So I'm going to set this up in the vise now in the mill, pop these 2 holes in, then we'll just spot through into this plate, tap 2 holes, and then we'll put a big hole in the corner here for the camera stand to sit in. So I've just clamped the block onto the plate and I've just put my clearance drill back in the chuck, and I'm just using that to line up the hole where we need it. So that's fine. So I'm now going to take the clearance drill out, put my tapping drill in, we just drill the first hole, tap it, same with the second hole. So I'll show you a bit of that. Okay, there we go. That's our camera mount for a phone, and you know, I'm pulling quite hard on that, a lot harder than the weight of a phone would be, and we can just lift that up and drop it wherever. It can sit on the tailstock, on top of the tailstock on the centre lathe, it could sit on the table of the mill, it could sit anywhere in here, nice and easy on a flat surface, and allow me to get better shots other than on my big tripod, which is what you're on at the minute. So nice quick job, didn't really have to go to all of that trouble, but I enjoyed doing it. Well, there we go, that's got a little job done. As I said, didn't need to go to all that trouble, but I enjoyed every minute of that after not being in here for nearly 2 years. So hope you enjoyed it too. I'll try and not leave it so long next time. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.